How's it going, everyone? This is going to be an options trade review on Mara. I posted it on Instagram and people requested a video, and I've also had requests of trading stocks or options with ICT, so let's get into it. So as you can see here, we have taken out an old low here, and we have an expansion lower. So with this and the phases of price delivery, my mind is thinking, okay, do we get an expansion back into the range, in which I would view this as a reversal? Do we have a shallow retracement, which then I would look for a continuation lower, or do we have a consolidation? So as I let this play out, you can see we get a nice V-shaped recovery with an aggressive expansion higher. So I'm viewing this as a reversal, so my bias is bullish. Now, as we let this price action develop, you can see we have formed a consolidation range. Now, if I am bullish and I have a consolidation range, I would prefer to see the external low or the low of the range get taken out to then trade higher. So marking out the high and the low of this range here. Here we get a manipulation of the low of this range. So within my narrative or my bias, I have a reversal here, which is bullish, a consolidation, a manipulation of the low in that consolidation. So I'm anticipating price to trade higher through this consolidation range high. Now with this, let's drop down to the hourly chart. Now down here on the hourly chart, you can see we have our consolidation, our manipulation of the low of that range, and what else do we notice? We have those failure swings on the highs. So that would be my target. Now once again, within the phases of price, we have an aggressive move lower. I want to see if that is met with an aggressive move higher. Here you can see on this next candle, not only do we have an aggressive move higher, we also close over the series of down closed candles that formed this low. So with this bias and this closure, I'm not anticipating this low to be retch for before we go run out these highs. Now with an opposing candle or an order block, I don't want to see price trade much lower or to 0.5 of the bodies of this candle. So let's let this continue to play out. Here we get a down closed candle into this opposing candle, into this fair value gap. So if we close over this level here, I would anticipate this low to hold and then trade to this high. However, since we cannot close over that level, that leaves this low still exposed to being ran out. Now within my narrative or my bias I have set up here, if we run out a low and are still respecting 0.5 of this opposing candle, I can then expect this to form a swing low to trade higher. So within my trade, I took longs below this low, targeting these highs up here. Now as we let this continue to play out, we get a closure over this down closed candle. So that is then validating this as a protected low. And as I let this continue, we trade through this high here. So my whole bias was set by using the daily chart and the phases of price delivery to give me a directional bias. We then have a consolidation. I wait for the low of that consolidation to be ran out or the side of the range that is opposing my bias. So if I'm bullish, I want to wait for the lows to be ran out. If I am bearish, I want to wait for the highs to be ran out. I then wait for some structure to develop on my intermediate time frame, or in this case, the hourly. And here with the closures, it is giving me validated lows in which I anticipate price not to go below. And in this case, using 50% of these down closed candles to anticipate a low here. We then close over this down closed candle that formed the low, and then that is what gives us our move to these highs. So if we let this continue to play out, you can see we get that expansion higher. So going back out to the daily chart just to end the video, you can see we took an old low, we have expansion off of that low, which gives me the bullish bias. We have a consolidation. We take out the low in that consolidation, which is the manipulation in this accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it insightful. I am planning on doing a video on the phases of price delivery, which will help a lot of people, and I will try to do more trade reviews when I have time. With that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.